Okay, we will start. So we will start with this one simple topic, guys. This AP and GP. We will quickly discuss. Rather than discussing everything which is related to AP, GP, I'll discuss some of the patterns which they can ask you in exam. Okay, the logical patterns where you can connect it with AP, GP. So the base, what is AP? Arithmetic progression, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. If you see, this is a AP, right? You keep on adding some common term, right? One is adding, right? Similarly, 1, 3, 5, 7, like this. If you go, 2 is added, right? So you can see here common difference is 1, here common difference is 2. Like that, there will be a common difference for any arithmetic progression, and it can be finite. Means if suppose I'm keeping it like this, so this is a 5-term finite AP, or it can be infinite. Okay, similarly geometric progression also. Okay, so guys, I'm expecting that these basic things you know. So let me quickly tell you some of the formula related to this. So if I need to find the nth term of AP, suppose this is given like 1, 3, 5, 7, or first two terms are given 1 and 3, and I need to find the nth term. What I'll do, A plus n minus 1 into D. A is the first term, nth term is what we need to find out, D is the common difference. So if I know the first term and the common difference, I can find the nth term. For example, if I need to find the 10th term, A, the first term, plus 9D, right? So this D is the common difference. So just knowing the first term and the common difference, you can do that. So that is about the nth term. Okay. Similarly, they can also ask you this sum of this AP, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. So some of you it might be boring, but let me discuss this one for the first 2-3 minutes, and then we will move further. Okay, so sum is equal to n by 2. That means we need to know how many terms is there. So first n, okay, number of terms in which you need to find the sum, number of terms of the AP, n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Okay, so this is the formula for sum. Or you can also use this one, n by 2 into first term plus last term. It can be like A plus nth term, or Tn. Some books you will say T1 plus Tn, like that. So n by 2 into first term plus last term. Guys, if you look into this one, actually, this one, what this is actually first term. What is the first term? A. Okay, what is the last term? Last term is nth term. What is that? Another A plus n minus 1 into D, right? So that n minus 1 into D is here. This A is added, so that is why 2A. So any of this formula you can use. If you know the first term and the last term, this is what you can use. If you know the first term, common difference, but you don't know the last term, you don't know what is the last term, and they're asking you sum of 10 terms, then you use this one. Or what you can do, using the first term and the second term and the common difference, you can find the 10th term, and then you can apply this formula. So okay, so these are some formula. Like if you want to, you can just see this. I don't think that they will ask you any question where you need to use formula. Similarly, when it comes to GP, it's like this only, 1, 2, 4, 8. You can see here common ratio, that is 2, right? So here it will be multiplied. In AP, it will be added. So here it will be multiplied, and if you need to find the nth term, R is a common ratio raised to n minus 1. So this is the nth term. If you need to find the sum, it depends on two aspects related to R and 1. I'll give you two formulas. Both are almost same only. A into 1 minus R raised to n divided by 1 minus R. This is one case. Or another formula, A into R raised to n minus 1, R minus 1. Okay, it all depends on R is actually less than or greater than 1. Okay, so this is a formula which you need to know. Nth term, AR raised to n minus 1. Sum, if you need to find, you can use any of this. Depends on whether R is greater than 1 or less than 1. Okay, R is greater than 1, you will go for this. Less than 1, you will go for this. Like that. Okay, now there is one more case. If sum of infinity, in case of GP, like I'm not saying any terms, so it's like this: 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So multiples of 2 just keep on going. Now I'm asking you sum of infinite number of terms here. So here a divided by 1 minus r. Okay, so this is how you will find the sum of infinite number of terms. Okay, now I just want to give you a question. Now let's see whether you can get this question. If you can solve this question, this is going to be fine. Okay, so like there is a square. They will not tell you this is AP or GP or anything. They will give you this pattern. There is a square. Okay, and then there is another square. The second square is formed by using the midpoints of the first square. Remember, I'm using the word midpoints. Okay, third square is formed by using the midpoints of the second square. Another square is formed using the midpoints of the third square. So keep on, what you're doing here, you keep on joining the midpoints and you keep on getting the squares. So let's say this side is 16 centimeter. Okay, now the question that they can ask you is, either they will give you this 4 squares and they will ask you the sum of areas of all the square. In this case, this is going to be easy because you know this is 16, so you can find the area of the first one, 256. Similarly, the inside one, okay, one logic that you need to know here is, if you're joining the midpoints, the area of the newly formed square will be half. This also this is something, now you don't want to solve at that point of time, just remember this. It will be always like that. If you're joining the midpoints, how can you know that? Just cut this diagram. This is one method that I used to use. Cut the diagram properly. You can cut this. Okay. Now you can see how many equal portions are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 portions are there. Out of which, how many belong to the newly formed square? 4 belong to the newly formed square. So what is the newly formed square? It is actually 1 by 2. 1 by 2 of the previous one. Okay. So the point which I want to, you don't want to do all these things. But guys, this is also one of the method in which you can find the areas. Okay. If they're asking you this portion, what is the area of this portion? This one which I'm asking you, 1 by 8. Okay. Now, similarly, they will just give you this diagram and they will shade this portion and they will shade this portion. And they will ask you what is the area of the shaded region. What is the area of the shaded region? Looking into this, you got the answer, 2 by 8. 2 by 8 of the bigger square. Now, provided if you know that the bigger square side is 16, then you got the answer, right? 16 is the side. So 256 is what? 256 divided into 2 by 8. That is the area of the shaded region. Okay. Similarly, they can make it very complex by shading this one, and just this portion. Now, 3 portions are shaded. You will not be able to find any pattern. But if I'm going for this cut count method, I know this is going to be 3 by 8. 3 by 8 of 256, I got the answer. Okay. So that is different thing that I hope that you can, something which you can keep in your mind. Half it will be, okay. Now, come back to this. So what if this is 256? What will be this one? That will be 128. Why? Because it will be half. What about this one? That will be 64. Why? Because that will be half of the previous one. What will be this one? 32. Why? Because that will be half of it, right? So I got this as 256, 128, 64, 32. So these are 4 terms I got. So if I'm asking you sum of areas of these 4 square, you can simply add it and you can get the answer. Now guys, if I'm telling you there is a square with 16 centimeter as the side and the another square formed by using the midpoints, another one using midpoints, another one using midpoints, and it keep on continuing endlessly, infinitely. Now you don't know, do you know how many squares are there? No. Why? Because infinitely. Towards the end, it may be a point. So till then, it will continue. Now, if I'm asking you what is the sum of all the areas of all the squares of which are formed, what is the answer? It will go like this: 256, 128, 64, 32, 16, and it will keep on going like this. Do you know the answer for this? No, right? But Can you get any pattern here? What is this? What is the sequence? The sequence is actually a GP, geometric progression. What is the common ratio here? 1 by 2. 256 by 2, 128. 128 by 2, 64. 64 by 2, 32. So it keep on going like that. It's a GP with a common ratio 1 by 2. So what is the sum here? We just seen this formula, sum of infinite GP, that is nothing but the first term divided by 1 minus R, right? So here, what is first term? 256. What is your answer? 256 divided by 1 minus, what is R common ratio? That is 1 by 2. What is 1 minus 1 by 2? Which is 1 by 2. So what is your answer? 256 into 2, that is 512. What is the sum of areas of all the squares formed? 512. In case if it is infinite. Okay. This is a very important concept, guys. If there's a possible question also. What you need to know here, I have discussed about a concept of GP and have extended to geometry. Guys, trust me, most of the students will think that this is a question which is coming from geometry. But this is clear case of GP, and this is how you need to solve. If not this way, don't solve it. Don't even jump on it. Don't even think of it if you don't know about this. If you're not able to visualize this as a GP and infinite GP, never even waste this time in this question. Even 30 seconds, don't waste. Not worth. You're not going to get the answer. Okay, so like looking into this, people will think that this is geometry. This is how they set the trap. Like these are some simple traps which can be set in lower level exams, guys. The CSAT level exam, because people are not preparing too much about aptitude, right? So most of the students are not that strong also. But in CAT and all, as soon as you see this, you will understand there is a pattern, and this is about a pattern. This is not geometry. At higher level, people can understand easily because the kind of preparation that they're doing and the kind of classes and the teachers and the mentors that they have is also different. But here, you may easily fall into the trap. Similarly, like this, let me give you a triangle. I have a triangle. I am joining the midpoints of the triangle. I got another triangle. Joining the midpoints, another triangle, and I keep on doing it infinitely. Okay, let's suppose the area, outer area. Now, area I'm giving. Earlier, I gave you side, and I asked you to find the area. So 16 was the side, 16 square, 256 I got, right? Now, instead of 16, I'm giving you the area of the outer square. Okay, and joining midpoints, I kept on doing this. Can you guys tell me what is the answer to this question? Okay, in case of triangle, if you're joining the midpoints, what is the case? If you join the midpoints, you get this. So now look into this. How many equal areas are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in case of square, when I join the midpoints, the newly formed square will have half the area. Okay, why? Because when you divide here, 4 equal areas inside, and total, how many equal areas? 8 equal areas. So 4 by 8, that is why 1 by 2 I got, half. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The bigger triangle have 4 areas and the smaller one only 1. So what will be the area of the smaller one? It will be 1 by 4. So guys, this also something which you need to, don't try to do at that point of time. If I'm joining the midpoints in case of square, what I will get? I'll get a square, but with half the area. If I join the midpoints in a triangle, what I get? I can get a triangle, but what will be the area of triangle? 1 by 4th of the original triangle. never forget these two tips. Okay, so this is something which you will be able to use directly and you will be able to solve a lot of questions. So 1 by 4, that means if this area is 100, what will be this area? That will be 25. I hope you got the logic. Similarly, if I join the midpoints here, can you tell me what will be the area of this one, the smaller one, yellow color one? Can you just type message? What will be the area of this yellow color one? 25 by 4. Okay, Ujjwal, what is 25 by 4? Tell me that. It's actually 6.25. Okay, so here 100, 25, 100 by 4, 25 by 4, like that it will go. Correct? 6.25 by 4. But here 100 by 2, 50 by 2, 25 by 2, 2, 2, like that it will go. So here, if you see 100 I'm given, so it will be 100, then 100 by 4, 25, then 25 by 4, that is 6.25, then divide and keep on going like that. It will be like 1.3, something like that. Okay. So what is the answer now? Is this a GP? Yes, this is a GP, right? What is the common ratio here? 1 by 4 is the common ratio. What is the answer? First term, that is 100 divided by 1 minus 1 by 4. What is 1 minus 1 by 4? That will be nothing but 3 by 4. What is your answer? 100 into 4 by 3. What is that? 400 divided by 3. That will come around 133.3, something like that. Okay. These are it looks very easy question but if you start counting something, then you are not going to get the answer. Okay, now one more question I'll give you. Let's suppose you are at the top of a building. Okay, let's say this is a building, let's say 100-meter tall building. So you are at the top and you just drop the ball. So you drop the ball like this and it came here, landed here. So let's suppose cricket ball. What the cricket ball will do after landing the bottom? It will bounce or not? It will bounce, right? Will it bounce exactly till the top? It won't, right? So it will bounce somewhere like this. Then again it will come like this. Then again it will bounce like this. Then come like this. Then again bounce like this. Come like this. Bounce, come, bounce, come, like this. It will go. Okay. Now, what is the question? I am dropping the ball from 100-meter tall building. After that, there is nothing. Then it will go, and at one point of time, the ball may end, or it may go indefinitely. You don't know about that. Okay, and every time it will rebound back 4 by 5th. 4 by 5th, there will be a rebound. What does that mean, guys? When I'm saying 4 by 5th rebound means, firstly, it fall from 100 top. So how much is the distance traveled? First time, 100. Entire distance traveled by the ball. Second time, what is this distance traveled? It is 4 by 5 of 100. What is that? 80. Correct? So this is 80. Then what about this distance? Can anyone tell me what about this distance? 4 by 5 of 80, that is 64, right? Similarly, 4 by 5 of 64, then again 4 by 5, like that it will go. That is what you mean by rebound. Guys, what do you think will be the question here? I can ask you a very simple question. In fact, it may not be simple for most of the people. Okay, what is the total distance traveled by the ball? Can you find it out? Total distance traveled by the ball. So here you can see 100, 80, 64, like that. What is this pattern? This is clearly a GP. What is the common ratio here? clearly 4 by 5 which is given. Now, it's an infinite GP. They're asking you to find the total distance. So what you need to do, this is 100 meter, then 80, then 64, then this one, then this one. So you keep on adding all these. What is that? Sum of infinite terms of a GP. Just we have seen A divided by 1 minus R. Okay, so if you go with that, some of you have given the answer 500 you got, right? A, what is A? 100 divided by 1 minus 4 by 5. 1 minus 4 by 5, you know, right? So here you got the answer. Okay, what is that? One and 500, right? What is 1 minus 4 by 5? 1 by 5. 1 by 5 will go to top, so 500. This is what all of you got, but this is wrong. This is not correct answer. Why it is not correct answer? Now, can anyone tell me why it is not correct? Most of you got this as the answer. Yeah, I got the messages, private messages also. Right. Okay. Why it is not the correct answer? Because you see the first case. What you're talking about, whatever I have drawn here in the red color you're talking about. What about this one? 80 rise is there, but 80 fall is also there. You ignored that, right? Similarly, 64 rise and 64 fall is there. This one also rise and fall, rise and fall. But in the first case, only fall. So what I need to do? 80 will come how many times? 2 times. 64 will come how many times? 2 times. Okay. So what I need to do is 100 only once. Then take this separately. Take this separately and find the sum of this and take twice of it. That means 100 I'm keeping separate because that is only once, plus 2 times. Now sum of that, 80 divided by 1 minus 4 by 5. I hope you got the logic. So 100 I'm keeping separate, 2 I'm keeping it. Okay, why multiplied by 2? Because rising, falling, rising, falling. So I need to get 2. 2 times 80 is there, 2 times 64 is there, 2 times this is there, right? So 80 into 5, this 1 minus 4 by 5, that is 1 by 5. So 80 into 5, that is 400. 400 into 2, 800. So 100 plus 800, this is 900. Guys, trust me, one of your answer option will be definitely 500. And all of you will jump onto this as soon as you see this question. So knowing the concept alone will not help you. Knowing this formula also alone will not help you. Application of mind is very important in this kind of question. I hope this is the point which I want to tell you. But even in CSAT, you will see very easy questions and you don't want to worry about the kind of questions that you get in CSAT. But these are some of the good patterns which you can practice with respect to GP, AP, etc. Okay. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Yeah. Now, one more interesting pattern which I'll tell you. As soon as you see this, you can mark this. Last year also there was a question. Okay. So you see a square and the maximum possible circle which can be inscribed in the square. What is that? That will actually touch the 4 points, 4 midpoints of the square, right? That is how you can make the maximum possible circle. I'm not talking about this circle. I'm not talking about how many ways you can place a circle in square. I can keep it here, 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 I can keep it here. Am I talking about any of those cases? No. I'm talking about only and only one case. That is the maximum possible circle which can be inscribed. How is it possible? For that, I have to touch all the 4 midpoints of the square. That is where you will get the extension from this side and as well as this side. There's a maximum possible circle which can be inscribed. Beyond this, it will cross. Less than this, it will not be the maximum. Correct? Okay. Now there is a ratio. This ratio is something which you need to remember. 4:pi. If the area of the square is 4, this one will be always pi. Area. I'm just talking about area. Just remember this, guys. And what does that mean? If I'm telling you this is going to be 100 area, I'm giving you this area 100. Can you guys tell me what is the area of this one? If this is 100, this will be 100 by 4, right? So if the square is 100, instead of 4, it is 100. So this will be 25 pi. Just divide by 4. Correct? And put a pi. So this is going to be the ratio. Now, if you want to use, otherwise, okay, guys, see this one. The reason if you want to, let's say 4 is the area. What does that mean? Side is 2. Then only you will get 4 is the area. Side is 2. Side is 2 means, what is this? Entire side is 2. So what is this? This is 1. And with this much is 1, right? This is half of the side of the square. And this is what your radius also. So radius is 1. Now, if radius is 1, what is the area of the circle? Pi r square. So pi into 1 square, which is nothing but pi. That is what written here. Okay. So now just remember this, that now I have given you 100 area, right? 100 means what is the side? Side will be 10. Correct? 10 is one side, means what is radius? Radius will be 5. So what is the area? Pi r square. Pi into 5 square, that is 25 pi. Okay, so you guys don't want to do this because there are a lot of situations where you can apply this logic and simply get out of the answer. 4 pi, just remember this ratio. 4 pi. Okay, outside if it is 100, inside it will be pi. Outside 4, inside pi. Outside 100, 25 pi. Okay, 40, 10 pi. 200, 50 pi. Okay, now one more case. I'm taking it, I'm extending it further. I'm joining the midpoints and I'm making a square. Okay. Now, if this is 4, outside square is 4. What is the inside square? What is the area of the inside the square? Area of inside square? Outside if it is 4, and I'm telling you midpoints is what I'm joining. Now forget about the circle. Don't worry about the circle now. Yeah, ignore the circle. Inside it is going to be 2, right? So 4, 2. This is what we have learned before. What about the circle? Circle will be pi. So 4 pi 2. Okay? Correct. Now I am joining the midpoints of this square. And I can make a square, but before that, let me make another circle. Guys, can you now tell me what is the area of the circle? This circle, black circle. Area of the black circle. We know the ratio 4 pi. Okay, if it is 4, the square will be pi. But here it is 2. So this will be pi by 2. Okay, so if it is 2, that is pi by 2. Now what does that mean? Another way, this is pi, this will be pi by 2. So circle, inside that, it will be pi by 2. Okay, now let me tell you this one. Square, inside that you have a circle. What is the ratio? 4 pi. Circle, inside that you have a square. What is the ratio? Pi 2. This is pi, this is 2. Take this 2 case. So square, inside the square you have a circle. If circle is inside, 4 pi. If circle is outside, pi 2. Am I okay with you so far? Are you done? Are you okay with me? Okay, so this is the ratio which you need to remember. Now, applications I can give you, right? You will get questions like this. There is a grazing field, okay? And you will keep a cow here. You will keep a cow here. You will keep another cow here. This is, and the, let's say this is 16 centimeters, 16 meter is the side. 16 meters is the side, okay? That means area 256 square meter square. Now, you are tying 4 cows or horse or whatever you want with a rope length 8 meter is the rope length. What does that mean? That cow can move up to this exact center. This cow can move up to this, right? This cow can move like this, so can graze this much areas. Similarly, this cow can graze this much areas. This cow, this much areas. This cow, this much areas. Okay. They will ask you question, what is the ungrazed area? That means this shaded region. Can anyone tell me what is the ungrazed area? What is the ungrazed area? What is the total area? 256. Okay. Now, guys, this, what you can see here, this is one portion of a circle, right? This is one portion of a circle. This is another portion of the same circle, you can see, with a radius 8, right? This is a third portion of the circle. There's a fourth portion of the circle. So if you take it out and if you redraw this, what will happen is you will get a circle like this. If you take this portion, this arc and this one, and this arc and this one, and if you rearrange it, if you just invert it, this one you invert, you will get this portion. Correct? The other one, if you invert, you will get this portion. Like this, you will get. So if you can invert it, you will get a circle. So can you tell me all these four areas together, what are they? How much will be that? That is the maximum possible circle which can be inscribed. That will be pi. So here, if it is 256, guys, here, if it is 256, we need to know 4 pi is the ratio. So 256, then this grazing area, the circle will be 64 pi. But what they are asking, here they're asking this one, but if you look here, they are asking about these regions. What is that? That is nothing but 256 minus 64 pi. That is your answer. So this region they're asking you, that is 256 minus 64 pi. And it was actually a question before. In that question, there was some more innovation. What they have done is, they have asked you, not at CSAT, this was in CAT actually. They've asked you, there is a well here right in front. This will come around 20 meters square, something like that. So what is this ungrazed region now, excluding the well? So what do you need to do? Total grazing area means 256 minus 20, because well is not there. That is 236 minus 64 pi. How I got 64 pi? Because this one, this grazing area, this and this and this and this I take, I get a circle. That is a maximum possible circle. I know the ratio 4 pi. I can get the answer. Okay. Similarly, in this case, let's suppose you have 1 meter cloth, okay, and you fold it from this side, and then you fold it like this, and you make a circle in that. Okay, so first you fold vertically, and then you fold horizontally, and then you make a circle in that, and then you open it. You know what will happen? This is the first fold I have told you, and this is the horizontal folding I have told you. When you open it, you will get like this, 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 this. This is how you will get. But guys, this will be similar to this ratio. Ratio will not change. So if this is 100, this is 100. What will be this? The circle? Circle will be 25 pi. Why? What ratio? 4 pi ratio. So if this is 100, now what will happen here is, each of the small will be, this one will be 25, this one will be 25, this one will be 25, and this one will be 25. Each small square will be 25 or not? Yes, because when you're folding, because the bigger square is 100, small squares will be 25. So this is 25 pi. What about these? 6.25 pi, 6.25 pi, like that, right? So if you take the ratio remain the same, guys, 125 pi, 25 6.25 pi, the ratio is actually same. What is that? 4 pi. Pi, how you're getting that, I have told you, right? Your area of a circle is actually pi r square. If I explain how I got it and all, it will take time, guys. Just remember this one only. Now imagine this case. I'm saying area is 4 of the square. Area is 4 means side is 2. Okay? Side is 2. That means how much is this much? Side means this entire is 2. This will be 1. This portion will be 1. That is nothing but the radius. So what is the radius? Radius is 1. Now if you put here pi r square, pi into 1 square, what is that? Pi. That's what I've told you. Outer area is 4. Area of circle will be pi. Okay, that's going to help you a lot. Similarly, you will get this kind of questions. Let's take a square. Guys, these are interesting patterns. Okay, there's a square. There's a midpoint of the square. There's a midpoint of the square. I just join this end to the midpoint and these two midpoint and towards this end. Okay, now I'm going to shade this region. I've shaded this triangle. Now I'll tell you this side is 10 or 60. It doesn't matter, guys. I can tell you 10 or 100 or 16 or whatever it is. My objective is I need to be in a position to tell what percentage of the square will be triangle. If I can tell what percentage of the square is triangle, then whatever area or side that they are giving, whether it is 10 or 16 or whatever it is, I just need to get it in terms of percentage. My answer is ready. Okay. So my question was, let's suppose giving 10 is one side. What is the area of the triangle? Can anyone find it out? Because this is a very elementary CSAT level question. Area of the triangle. I've given a side of square. Can you find it quickly? You guys are using half BH, right? You can't use half BH. When you're using half BH, I tell you how you're using half BH. So you're saying this is 10. So this will be 5, this will be 5, this will be 5, this will be 5, this will be 10. So some of you are of the opinion that the square is 100 because side is 10. So square is 100. Then get this area, this area, this area. Okay, like triangle 1, 2, 3, and subtract it from 100. What you will get? You will get the inside triangle. That is why you are talking about half BH. You can use half BH, it's a right angle triangle or whatever it is, and you can find this easily, right? Half BH you will use, this is going to be half into 10 into 5, half into 5 into 5, half into, okay, and this is one approach. Some of you guys might have thought in a different way. You know this side, so you can find this side by using Pythagoras theorem. Similarly, this side and this side. Now you know three sides, A, B, C. So you might have gone for root of S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, and all those formulas also. Okay, so if you are good at math. Rajashekar, you told me half BH. That is what I'm explaining. If you cannot use half BH here, how can you use half BH here? You can't use that. So if you need to use half BH, what do you need to do? Total area is 100. The square area is 100 because side is 10. And this area, if you need to find out total minus this area, this area, this area, then what is left out? Inside one. And these three you can find using half BH. Okay. But guys, I tell you the approach that you need to solve, and this is how it should be done, and that is going to help you a lot. I call this method as cut and count. You just need to make two divisions. My voice is not clear, only for you or for others also? Can you just clarify, guys? Voice is okay or not? Guys, please. It's clear, guys. Okay, so the method goes like this, guys. Just see here, I'm going to make a vertical division exactly at the midpoint. So what I did here, I divided the square into 2. Okay, I divided the square into 2, and if I divide the square into 2, this area is 50, this area is 50. I got a rectangle here, I got a rectangle here. Each rectangle have area 50, which is half of the square. 50, 50, correct? Now, if you look into this one, just consider the rectangle at your left hand side. You have a rectangle of 50 area. With respect to that rectangle, what is this line? Can anyone tell me? What is that line? This line which I'm talking about. With respect to that rectangle, what is that line? Is that a diagonal? It's a clear diagonal, right? Now what the diagonal will do? Diagonal will divide into 2. So if the outer rectangular area is 50, this diagonal is dividing, and I can get this area as 25. What? This triangle area I got as 25. Am I okay? Am I clear for you as of now? The total square area is 100. Why it is 100? Because side is given as 10. So total area is 100. I made the vertical division exactly at the midpoint. So what I got? Square divided into 2. 2 rectangles I got. Each rectangle will have 50, 50. Correct? And I take this rectangle alone, this one alone, this rectangle, this rectangle alone, I'm talking about, I hope you understood which rectangle I'm talking about, right? If I want to, I can, this A, B, C, D, E, F. We are looking for D, E, F region. So I'm talking about A, E, then something like, you mark some point here, D. This rectangle I'm talking about. Area 50, diagonal, divide equally. So this I got 25. Exactly in the similar way, what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide horizontally also. Now forget about that black line. Forget about the black line. If you want, I can remove it. I removed it. Now, what we have done before, exact same thing you do now. Now there is no black line. So I have divided horizontally now. So top you can see 50, bottom you can see 50. Now tell me what is this one? This line for this rectangle. This is a diagonal. So what the diagonal will do? Divide equally. So this portion is also 25. So this triangle 25, this triangle out, I'm finding the outer triangle 25. Okay. Now I'm keeping this diagonal also, this line also. Black line is there, blue line is there. So keeping that 2 lines, what is done? Now the square is divided into 4. All small, I can get as 4 different squares, right? The bigger square, using 2 lines now, I got 4 small squares. Each are 25. Each square are 25. Now take this one, this square. There's a small square. And this line is a diagonal of the square. So what will be this area? 12.5. So what did I got now? I got this triangle as 25, this triangle as 25, this triangle as 12.5. So I have to exclude how much? 62.5. That is the outer area. So 100 minus 62.5 is my answer. 37.5 is your answer. Okay. Now guys, imagine if you got this question in that the side is given as 16. Side is given as 16. Now you may think that this is going to be difficult for you. Even though side is given as 16, what I will do is I won't take area as 256. 256 we can take later. 16 we can take later. In this question, this type of question, I will first assume that the total area is 100. So the bigger square area is 100. That is my assumption. If that is 100, then when you divide this, this is going to be 25. this is going to be 25%, this is going to be 12.5%. So 62.5% is gone. What is left out? 37.5% is left out. So inside triangle will be 37.5% of the outer one. Outer one for us is 100%. So inside one will be 37.5%. Now it doesn't matter whether it is 16, 17, 18, 20 or whatever it is. If they're saying 20, the bigger square will be 400. So what I need to do? I need to get 37.5% of this. Right? What will be that? 150. If it is 16, 256 into 37.5% of that. I'll get it like that. Okay? So that is how. Okay, now one more question I'll give you. Guys, just 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. You can try this one. There's a B, C, D, E, F. Okay, this is a shaded region and this is a hexagon, in that a triangle. So can you guys tell me BFD in terms of percentage? What you need to do, imagine this is 100% in total, or in terms of fraction, whatever you want, you can tell me the area of the shaded region, this one. Just take 2 minutes, I'll just come now, okay? Okay, now this is also something which you need to divide, okay? So what is hexagon? Hexagon is like this. It is actually formed by using 6 equilateral triangles, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what you can do is, if you remove this portion and this portion and this portion, what you get? You get 3 equal quadrilateral. So hexagon, either you can divide into 6 equilateral triangles, or you can divide into 3 equal quadrilaterals. Now it is your choice how you are going to divide. Okay, so this diagram I can actually divide like this one. See here, I can divide into 3 quadrilaterals like rhombus. Okay, like this. So what will happen if I take this first, the one which is in the left side? This is a diagonal, right? This is a diagonal. The diagonal is dividing equally. So this is one equal portion, this is another equal portion. Similarly, this is a diagonal. So this is one equal portion, this is another equal portion. This is a diagonal. So this is one equal portion, this is one equal portion. So how many equal portions are there? Total 6 are there. Out of which how many shaded? 3 are shaded. So 3 by 6 means 1 by 2. So what is the area of the triangle? It will be 1 by 2 of the hexagon. This is how you will get it. Okay, so remember, how can you divide? I've told you, right? Right from the beginning, I'm talking about this only, guys. In the first case, when I told you joining the midpoints of the square, there I've told you the inside square, the one which is inside, the area is half, means why it is half? Because I have divided, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8, out of which how many belong to the inside square? 4. So that is 1 by 2. Okay. So this is how the area-based questions are very easy. I do not want you to mug up any formulas for solving area-based question. Never do that. Because if you plan to do that, then there are a lot of formulas that you need to do. Okay. Especially area-based question, these are zero preparation, minimum preparation. I don't have much time, otherwise I could have taken you to a very high level, and that is not required for CSAT. In fact, this is my area, not sociology, not economy. This is actually my core and strong area. I could have taken it to very high level, but that's actually not required. It is only for CAT you need at this level. Okay, so now I'll give you one more so that you will understand. Things will be more clear. Not perfect, but still. Okay. Now here what I do is I'll ask you, I'll shade this portion and this portion, and I'll ask you the area of the shaded region. I can give you the outside areas 100 or whatever number, but we will get it in terms of fraction or percentage. Once you get that, it doesn't matter whatever outer area they are giving, right? Now here the logic is how you divide. Okay, now hexagon, there are many possibilities of dividing. One more division I will show you. As I've told you, you can make it into 6 equilateral triangles, right? And then what I've told you is, if you want, you can take out, so you get 3 equilaterals, 3 similar, quadrilaterals, right? So then, or rhombus. What you can do now is keep the same. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one line like this, another line like this, another line like this. With this, what happened, guys? Look into this equilateral triangle alone. With this, what happened? This is an equilateral triangle. When you have this line, what is happening? Divided into 2 right angle triangles. So this is a 2 right angle triangle. This is 2 right angle. 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 All these are right angles. So how many right angles are there now? 12 right angle triangles are there. Equal, and the beauty is all are equal. So what I am going to do in this case is, that is easy for me. This is how I'm going to divide, because I get the answer so fast. This one, okay. So, and this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 equal areas. So denominator 12. Shader region, this one and this one. So total 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is your answer? 4 by 12, that is 1 by 3. Answer for this question is 1 by 3. Answer for the previous one is also, that was 1 by 2. Now guys, here there is one more case I can show you. There's a beauty of this method. Okay. Okay, let me draw once again. You have enough flexibility. You might have done in a different way from the knowledge which I have given to you, same. Okay, now this is shaded. Okay. Here, what I've told you, if you look into this, can I divide like this? Yes, I can divide like this. How? I'll show you here. Imagine I divided like this. Okay. Okay. Now, what I need to do is, what directly you can't get the answer, but make some adjustment. Take this shaded portion. Take this shaded portion, because this shaded portion and this shaded portion both are same, which is also same as that of this, because what is this, guys? These two are equal, right? There's a diagonal. So what I can do is, this shaded one I can keep here. This I can keep here, and I can change this one, right? Like this. So what I got here, I got this diagram. I don't know how many of you understood this one. What I did, I just did a small adjustment. What I did here, I just pushed, there is limitation in showing to you. This shaded region I pushed here, and this one I kept here. Okay, that is what I've done. So it's similar to this one. So it become entire region got shaded, right? When this one I pushed here, this entire region got shaded. So you are directly getting 1 out of 3. What is this? This is 1 out of 3. Similarly, you can get 1 out of 3 by using the concept of right angle triangle also. Okay. So these are some methods in which you can solve. Now I will also discuss with you mixtures allegation. Direction, I don't think that is required. These are directions, just for your knowledge. This is north, south, east, west. You know this, right? Now, exact center, northeast. What is this? Southeast. guys, whenever you write, this will be given importance. North and south will be given importance. Okay, this will be southwest and this will be northwest. Okay, now I have not seen cases where they are further dividing, but they can obviously divide. For example, if you need something like this, it is between north and northeast. What is that region? North northeast. Okay, that's how it is given. What about this one? East northeast, because this is given importance. But let's don't discuss about that one. This 8 will be fine for us. Um, Okay, now if you know this direction, then the questions will be very easy. How you can make questions, right? You starting from here. This is your home, and you travel, let's say, towards your this side. They can give you the direction. They can give you right side or left side also. But in the beginning, they will tell you towards if this is your home, towards the east you are traveling. Okay, let's say you moved 10 kilometers. Guys, I'm not taking any questions. I'm just making a question so that you will get that confidence. This is how people will make question, and this is how you can solve question. So towards east you are traveling 10 kilometer. Then, guys, now which direction you are facing? You are facing that direction. Then they can tell you you will turn left or right. Okay, so left means left, right means this, right? Exactly like normal. Okay, so you turn your left, you turn your right based on the question. So you, let's suppose they are saying that you turned left and 5 kilometer. Now where you're standing here. Okay, then they can tell you you are going right or you are going left. Okay, so if let's say they're asking you write another 10 kilometer, 10 meter, or whatever it is, guys. So you travel towards your, so this is, you travel left 5 kilometer and then right 10 kilometer. Now what is the distance from home? Let's suppose this is the office. Now if they're asking you what is the, then what is the distance from home to office? What is the shortest distance from home to office? Distance means this is what you travel, 10 kilometer, 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer. No, they're asking you shortest distance. What is that? This distance is what they're asking. Okay, so how will you find that? You have to take this one. Okay, so you know this is 10 and this is 10, so this is also 10, so this distance will be 20 and this one is 5. So what you got a triangle like this, and you need to find this one, right? So this is 20, this is 5, and you need to find this one, and that you can use by find using Pythagoras theorem. So these questions are very easy. You just need to know the direction. Sometimes they will ask you from here you went to a northwest direction or northeast direction, like that. There's northeast direction or northwest direction, like that. They will ask you questions. So the direction need to be clear. Left, right need to be clear. This is one or two questions that you can expect for sure. Okay. Now there is one more area, data sufficiency. I cannot explain this one in this session because that was very important, and last year around 5-6 questions was asked from data sufficiency. What I'll do is I'll give you a video for that I'll share with all of you. Just go with that video. That will be fine for understanding all the different types of options which are given. Like they will give you options. The question can be, they will give you statement 1, statement 2, and they will give you the options. This question can be answered by using statement 1 alone, 2 alone, both of them together. Neither of them will help you to answer. So you need to understand the question. Options also, that is very important. But here it will not be possible for me to discuss. It will be slightly difficult. Guys, let's take a 5-minute break and then we will